That's
Yeah.
actually that's pretty exciting. So how is it like moving from, because like you have a very interesting life story, from being in a TV show, being a model. So like there's a
Yeah.
lot of you got a
Being
lot
in
of
the
things.
job, taking it off.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
your life is pretty interesting. So how's it like moving from Seattle to New York? How was that transition for you?
Um, I actually first went to New York for 2 weeks
Okay.
and then left. That was supposed to be my chilling over there, right?
Okay.
It was supposed to be my I'm out. That's before the whole hijab thing. So it was supposed to be my I'm out. I'm modeling. This is what I'm doing. So I went, and during that time I was in a relationship. I don't know if you remember the person. I'm not gonna say the name,
I might,
but
but nah.
yeah,
I
it was
want.
a garment man. Like it's probably the most garment man that people know me of with.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So I think because we had a little misunderstanding, so I left. I catch a flight right on the spot. So I came back to Seattle, and I was planning on going back though, because I had no Washington was done for me. I wasn't motivated in Washington. I felt like I was very depressed in Washington. I felt like I wasn't doing what I wanted to do in I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do in
Right.
Washington. It's always been a dream of mine to be in the East Coast. So went back home, and then another. I'm not gonna talk about what happened, but another situation happened.
Okay.
Um, it wasn't really me, but it was people very close to me, right?
Right. Right.
Very, very family, like close to me. So I saw a sudden incident happen that I thought it was just too crazy, right? So
Yeah.
after that incident happened was when I actually started watching 40 hours, like how many hours? 20 hours of Mufti Meng footages.
No. Mufti Man, he's very inspiring. A lot of people like him.
No, because I was like, you know what? Because remember, this is after ANTM, right? Like ANTM was great for me in terms of exposure, but a lot of negativity came out of it because of me getting irritated and me lashing out, and then having to see like little 5-year-old Gambian kids seeing me, and then feeling like, oh my god, like it was a like I had fun, but at the same time, the negative experience that came out of it because of my personality and Binta hard headedness, Binta just not letting stuff go, like
Right.
'cause-
Right.
yeah. So that was a little bit for me because like I remember when after the NTM on my life, right? It felt like everyone was talking about me on Twitter, like Asian, African, it doesn't matter who. Like everyone was talking about me on Twitter, and it was a lot of positive, but a lot of negative because of a misunderstanding that they
Right.
saw. Because it's reality TV. They don't show you everything, They just show you a little clip, or they might edit things in a way that it's actually didn't even happen, but the viewers are gonna think that it happened.
Right. Right.
So yeah, so that's when after the situation that happened close to me or whatever, then I was like, you know what? I don't think I didn't think I thought I wasn't happy. I was like, I don't think I'm happy. I feel like maybe the way my life is and the people around me, maybe the way their life is because we're not following rules of life how we're supposed to be following it,
Right.
right?
Right. How
I was
how
still bad though. My badness is still here. I was still bad.
so sometimes I feel like we at some point we gotta pursue what we want to pursue, and then not to block out all the outside noise, because eventually a lot of the times people gonna talk no matter what. You know what I mean? No, either you're doing good or bad, people still gonna talk how they what they think of you, or what they think you're doing wrong and stuff like that. So I completely understand that. So like when you mean close people, like is it like friends, family, like what is it like?
I'm not gonna because you're somebody that probably if you do a little quick research you might figure it out. But so I'm gonna be like careful about information I give out. But it was a situation that happened with a family member, and people around me also, people that were trying to be my friend just because I was a model, like trying to be around me because of
Because the spotlight was on you.
yeah, they were, but then and they turn around and do like the craziest, sneakiest shit that is, like I can go to jail for that shit. Like based on the way I know myself, I can go crazy and act up. So it was that kind of situation that it was really bad to the point that I called my agency. I said I'm not modeling no more. I'm not modeling in a if I'm gonna model, I'm gonna model in a lot more of a covered up way.
Right.
So my agency was definitely irritated because during that time I was also working for Nike a lot, at least once a week or a couple of times. So me saying that I'm wearing I'm not gonna model if I'm showing my body, you know, it means that I can also do some of the work I was doing with Nike during that time. So my agency was definitely not happy about the situation. Right. But during that time, I guess been to develop the way I am. If I'm set on something, I'm set on something. So during that time, I'm like, nah. I think I want to live a different lifestyle. And then the more videos I was watching about the shout out to Mufti Meng, right? The more videos I was learning about the life of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, it's just, you know, it just makes me became even more of a believer. Obviously, I'm born Muslim and all that, but it just helped out. I'm still horrible. I'm still struggling with it.
I mean, go ahead.
No, yeah, but pretty much that's it.
I mean, in all reality, nobody's really perfect. At some point, we all go through ups and downs and stuff like that. So, I understand. Even myself, you know, me myself growing up. Exactly. I wasn't the perfect man growing up and all that, but we all learn from our mistakes, then we move on from that. So that's a good. I didn't know that you were doing some side work with Nike and all that. That was you were doing pretty good. That's good.
Yeah, I was always working Nike. Because if you're in Washington, if you really do have a good agency and you do have the body, and I'm a size 8. So if you're a size 8, and so I guess my body just worked well for training with the training books. So and the cool thing was, you know, it was one of the Olympics, the U.S. Olympics. All the uniforms that the track and fields had, I was wearing them before, like testing them out and blah blah blah. Then they have to test it on the Olympians later.
That's cool. So a while ago, we're talking about basically friends and fake friends and families dealing with stress, basically talking and stressing you out. So how do you manage to deal with your stress, like when that type of situation is going on?
In regards to that situation or now?
I mean, now, let's say then and now. How do you manage your stress? Yeah, like when you're going through some hard times, or like when you overthinking stuff. Like, how do you go about it?
I think that's pretty much like my life every day. Like, I think I just have that personality that I'm always probably overthinking things, or maybe freaking out unnecessarily when I'm under pressure. Then it doesn't last long. So I think that is definitely my personality. But when it comes to certain things that I was letting stress me out back then, I don't know. I think I'm still me though. I think there's certain things about me that I just can't get rid of.
You just okay, got it. So basically, you just like, you know what, it's whatever. They're gonna say what they're gonna say anyway.
When I had my child, made me realize that there's certain family members that I'm like, I'm not gonna be stressed about you. I have my own family that I'm gonna work on and focus on and create on. Obviously, my mom, my dad, my grandma are the most important people to me in this world.
Right, that's parents. So very important. Yeah. Like for me too. At this point in my life, I feel like those are the only people that I'm gonna like worry about what they're gonna say about me or what they're gonna think about me. Because at the end of the day, they're the one that's gonna show you the true, genuine love. Like, you mess up, they're gonna be there for you. You're doing good, they're gonna be there for you. So I feel like those are the only people that are worth really considering when you're doing a life-changing decision or something, you know. So that's a good one. So how do you manage how do you manage your work-life balance? Because you got a daughter. So how do you manage between your work and your kid, like becoming a mom? Like how do you like? Because a lot of people out there might be having a struggle with that. Because especially as a female, they might be a single mother, or like they're just going through hard times with their partners. They don't really have the support, and they're working. They're trying to cope their life. So like, do you have any type of advice, or what's your secret that you pull out your back pocket when when things are getting tough?
For me,
With the working.
it is definitely difficult. Because me being in New Jersey, her father is from Ethiopia. He don't have no family over here, and no blood related over here. And my blood related that I know are all the way in Washington State.
Right.
So it was definitely difficult, especially the first few weeks of her. Um, but and it's still hard because we did it whereby when I go to work, he's at home, and then when he goes to work, I'm at home. And it definitely affected my child a little bit because when we're at home and you're tired and you're sleeping and things like that. So I'm actually right now in terms of right now, what I'm actually thinking is I'm gonna be, since we just moved here and then we got this house and now we have more space. So I'm gonna be actually looking for. I want to find. She's obviously she's about to start school, so I'm really excited about that. Her being around other kids, she's like the only child, and it's just me and her dad. We're literally the only people she knows. So I'm definitely looking for someone in there, because I'm not about to bring no young person in my house. So I'm definitely looking for somebody who is in their 50s.
You don't want to have a young person.
No.
I hate.
Yeah, you can't under 40. Yeah, like at least 45, 50. I'm looking for someone who can live with us, and obviously we'll pay the person, and obviously she will be going to school, but when she's home, I just want an extra support because her dad and I, we still are very, very working and still have a lot of goals and things that we want to accomplish.
Yeah.
If we're in Seattle, it would have been obviously way more easier.
Right.
But there's other routes that we're trying to take right now, you know. So.
Okay. I completely get it. So like, so you want to have somebody to babysit the kid in the house, and while you pay, they're gonna stay in the house, or they're gonna be
like a living person. So because I know some people that even do in Seattle. My aunt does it for one of my friends' aunts and stuff. She stays with them. I was on Clubhouse. We was joking. We were like, I'm like, you know what? Let me go. I want to go to the border and look for migrants. You know what?
I mean, that's funny. You might find a good sitter down there. You know.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be. You know, you're letting somebody take over your style. It's not gonna be easy.
I'm telling you, most of those people come here just to work.
Men, though. Most of the migrants are men, I think.
Exactly.
If I find a good migrant from the border, especially if it's I would be more comfortable if the person is Muslim.
Right.
It would make me relax a little bit more. But anyway, if it's a good person, it's a good person, you know.
Right.
But ideally, I would love to find like an Ethiopian elder lady so that she can speak the Eritrean, the Amharic language, or a elderly Mandinka. But I'm not really. She's still gonna learn Mandinka with me, so I'm not really too tripping about that.
Okay.
But for now, I'm desperate. I need someone to live with us full time to actually help. I want someone to also help with like house cooking, cleaning, and like help with the child sometimes. She's gonna be Monday to Friday. She's gonna be at school. If she's at school, you can just help her with cooking, cleaning sometimes, and that will allow me to more focus straight on work.
Right.
And making money, you know.
So you can do what you gotta do to bring in more income in the house. That makes sense. So my last question would be, what inspired you for you to move to Arizona? Like, what do you like about it? Is it the weather, the scenery, the mountains? Like, what is it?
So Arizona, it was actually my dad's idea.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, my dad called my man, and he wanted us to come, and he didn't even call me, or he called him first because he knows he's the one with the money. So he didn't even pay. So he called him, and he had a business idea that I'm not really gonna expose it, but he wants to do a business idea with us in Arizona. So because it's booming over here, you know. So we, I wasn't excited because I'm like Arizona, like
Right.
who goes to Arizona, you know?
Right.
So, but then the money that we could be making here and what we're trying to do, that's like that money will allow me to really like do the things that I really want to do, like
Okay.
invest in things that I really want to invest in that will actually make me happier, you know. So I'm like, you know what, for the money I'll go. But then when I did research and see all these, it's the #1 state with the most snakes in America.
You actually talking about the early
I did that research. I woke up the next morning. I said, I ain't going. I'm not going. My man was so mad at me. I said, I'm not going. I called my dad. I said, I'm not going. Okay, you want me to go and die right here in Seattle? He's like, well,
What doesn't mean that? That doesn't mean that you're gonna get bit by a snake.
I'm like, he's like, oh, got me this snake. Got me this snakes. Okay,
Yeah.
what to do?
Yep.
I haven't seen a snake yet. Hopefully not. We are in a suburb area, but I heard when it gets really hot, the snakes they like run and try to find places to hide and shade.
Right. Trying to find a cold spot to be at or something like that.
I need to find like a medicine or some form of juju to put over the house.
Yeah, I mean, I think they have like some kind of snake poison or something like that. I don't know what is it like. It calls saburo or something like that. So you can just put it around the fence, so it wouldn't like the snake won't come around your area. You know.
I know.
Yeah, I think they actually have those because like I remember Gambia, my mom was telling me that Madama, that's her name. She was telling me, is it okay if I speak in Manika? Ako isi sasa fungo saboro, exactly. Is it saboro you know yaki fenso dan dan wala sai saka ilo sword I don't see that. So I was like so.
What's the saboro? Because me I'll even sell the saboro because this we haven't.
I mean, hey, that's a good idea. It could be a good business for you.
I was telling Abdul, I'm like, listen, when I get there, I'm finding the solution to snakes.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I'm like,
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So basically, what do you think about this modern day lifestyle that's going on with people and stuff like that? Because I feel like the world is like this might be very harsh. I feel like it's coming to an end. Because like there's a lot of situation that's going on. Like it's very abnormal. You know what I mean? Like just basically how people are behaving and how society want to make things that are normal. They want to make it normal.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So like
even Africa is a rap now.
I know, like when you go to Africa now, you be like, damn, is this the really Africa that I left like 5-6 years ago? Because like things changed over there a lot. Like a lot of development, and basically people are backwards. You know what I mean? Like what you think is wrong, they think that that's right, and if you're trying to tell them that's wrong, they want to make you seem like you are the one that's crazy, basically. So like it's just crazy.
Yeah, I feel like in this world, honestly, it's a tough world we're in right now. I think, you know, it's hard because you have others that obviously believe in God, others that don't believe in no God, others that think they call us Arab worshippers. They say we're Arab worshippers because we're Muslims.
Right. Because we just. Yeah. It's
a tough situation, and Africa, we're at least in regards to Africa, we're definitely, I don't know, it's tough, but it's not fair also as somebody who lives in the diaspora to judge and say certain things when I'm not there, right? If I'm actually really brave enough, I should go and stay and really live there if I'm going to be talking about some of the situations over there. But I definitely don't want some of the propaganda that's happening in America right now that's taking over America, been taking over this country. Right? I don't want that propaganda to take over to Africa. I see that it's in Nigeria heavy.
Right.
I already know that. It's in other countries in South Africa, it's heavy over there too.
Right.
It's in all the African countries, but people are scared. It's not being promoted heavily. So that, so Africa is from what, because I have these African conversations every day on Clubhouse, like not every day, but a lot on
Yeah.
Clubhouse. So I feel like Africa is, it's gonna be tough for us because people are complaining about the Chinese situation, with the Chinese heavily going to Africa, and that makes us, the diaspora, makes me feel like, oh, I need to run and get my wallet too before these Europeans take everything,
Right.
So, but in regards to even America here, I think it's tough because for like me, example, look at me, like I believe in God. I believe Islam, the Quran is the right way to live, but practicing that,
It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing. A lot of us believe in it, but like it's very tough for you to be like, I'm 100% yes. You know what I mean? So
look at me, like for example, me, right? Right now I'm wearing this wig because I miss being girly and feeling cute and stuff like that. So I'm like, sometimes I'm tempted. Sometimes I'm weak. I'm like, what? I'm rocking my wig. Like I wanna. Sometimes it's like I do. Sometimes I know what I'm doing is not right. Like just like right now, kinda. I know it's not right. It's not that bad compared to things that I could be doing, but. Yeah, I think this world, but the only thing that I can pray for, that inshallah, at least by the time I leave this earth, I just hope that I am at least in a way better part. That I think that's like one of my biggest fears is like living this world and still being a badass,
Yeah, you just wanna leave a good legacy behind. So I'm
not worried about these people. I'm not worried about these people. Me, I'm worried about where I'm going when I die. Me,
hey,
I'm not worried about the people here.
That's the most important. That's the most important thing to worry about. Where you're gonna go after here.
Yeah, I'm not worried about. Well, at least my kids here.
I want to touch something on, because like we were talking about Africa. I want to touch something about Nigeria, because you said especially they're attacking Nigeria and South Africa and all that. Because I feel like they really are attacking Nigeria because they know Nigeria is the heart of Africa. Nigeria is the head of Africa, because they know Nigeria got a lot of resources, it got a lot of oils, and they have a lot of, basically just have a lot of resources that Africans can use to benefit themselves. But they don't want the Africans to use the resources to better themselves. They want to have it all for themselves. And on top of that, they don't want to give us a fair share what we actually own. You know what I mean? They just want to come and just grab the raw material and transport it back to wherever they are, and then make it and then come back and resell it to us. You know what I mean?
But who do you blame though? I don't blame the white man for that. I blame my people. I blame our leadership for doing horrible business decisions. So when it comes to whether it's with the Chinese man, whether it's the white man, whether it's whoever, Africans are just doing these horrible deals, and it's embarrassing right now, especially if you're talking to non-Africans that are outside of Africa. They're like, not even outside, but if you're speaking non-Africa, they think we're the most retarded, useless people in this world. They cannot wait to make fun of us, how the Chinese are taking over, how the even Elon Musk, look at him, born and raised. This guy is born in Africa, came to America, never stepped one foot back in Africa. And what is he doing? Congo, the items they're taken out of Congo, he's heavily in it. The Zionists heavily they're heavily in Congo. They're involved in Sudan, right?
Right.
And then when they're done over there, they talk about they about to come liberate Africa. I'm like, come over here.
You say you blame the African leaders, but for me, I blame both parties, because at the end of the day, I feel like the people that are on top, that are in charge of our government and our financial system over there, I feel like they're all in cahoots with the people that are out here, because at the end of the day, I feel like they're just benefiting their families, because like they just bribe them. This is my opinion. This is what I think.
Yeah, but who are you gonna blame though? It's them though. It's them making those deals.
I blame both parties. Like for real.
You're blaming both parties on current events, or
like current event and past event. Because like, I mean, maybe not so much on a past event. Because like I feel like a past event, what happened to Africa was the African leadership. Actually, no. The past event, I feel like the African leaderships were so aware what's going on. Now they had to wipe those out to bring in new leadership that's gonna follow their lead, their command. You know what I mean? Because like,
Okay, let's take it back to before the slavery, right? Like for the Atlantic slave trade. So the Europeans during that time, I don't blame my people. Yes, I blame my people in a way in regards to we were more focused on tribal bullshit and welcoming everyone else, and selling some of our people because they're off of different tribes to somebody who looks opposite off of you. You don't know where they're taking this person. Obviously, I know that. But anyways, so in regards to the whole situation, I don't blame African people. You know why? Because they had the whole European nation, they had a meeting about us. So these people sat down.
They met in Belgium, yep.
They sat down, had conversations about us, hungry and don't give a shit, had weapons, because obviously Africa, we had everything. We had everything. We didn't need to worry about being sneaky. We had shelter, we have food, every food that we need, we had it. So we didn't need to worry about other stuff that Europeans had to worry about. Right. They had to worry about certain things that we didn't have to worry about. So things were easy for us. So we were not as hungry as some of these people. So, and back in the day, people were savages, obviously. So I don't blame Africa 100%. I blame us in regards to what happened, but I know we were ganged up on and we didn't expect it. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
But current day 2024, whatever happened in our life is our fault. I don't give a fuck about what it is. Yes, they're still ganging up on us.
They are.
But we have a lot of control. We have a lot of control right now.
We do.
And we come from poverty. We come from not having anything. That's why when we have leadership, we waste the shit. Right? Look at what do you call it? I hate Yahya Jammeh with a passion. I don't.
No.
But let me finish one point that he did though. One thing I respect about him, I like how he said, "Fuck the white man."
Yeah, I mean,
I like how he got us out of the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
He got us out of the Commonwealth. But what did Barrow do? Instead of African countries figuring us, I'm gonna involve myself in this because it's not fair to judge people and I'm not there, you know.
Yeah.
But instead of us knowing that we have ops in this world, we have enemies in this world that no matter what, they don't mess with us, right? And we need to strategize and figure out how can we actually build resources to be able to stand up against these people. So we're not doing that. We're signing the horrible deals. We're stealing, and we're not. So and when you have the best African leader like what's his name, Thomas Sankara, all these great African leaders, what happened? They get killed. Most likely, when they get killed, who is the one that was there? Who does the setup is someone close, another African that helps the setup. So right now, to be honest, only Allah can help us. Wallah.
No, I feel like with the modern day leadership, most of it, like some of the things that happen over there, they can definitely stop it. But I feel like one thing too, they're very scared of the white man. Like I feel like, or even though not scared, but like I feel like they all partnered up because like at the end of
Senegal. Let me say, Senegal is a disgraced country in a way. Shout out to Senegal though. Senegal is still paying France for colonizing them. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's
a disgrace. That's a disgrace.
That's something.
That is a disgrace.
That's something that they need to stop, and they need to like.
They should pay. It should be the opposite. We should be the one getting paid. Yeah. No European countries in 2024 should be getting any benefit off of us in terms of deals. Whatever deal we do with them, we have to gain more. Unless if it's other foreigners, like for example the Chinese. Yes, I get it. They're not gonna build out some of our roads. We do need to partner with some of these countries because we don't have the skills right now. So yes, it's okay to partner and use them to train your people. So you don't need them at some point later on.
I mean, I completely agree with that, but at the same time too, the white folks are breathing on our necks. they don't wanna let go because they know Africa can become a powerhouse, and when Africa unite, we're gonna become stronger. better because like we have all the resources in Africa to sustain us African youth and African people in Africa. Then, and I feel like if we need more entrepreneurship in Africa, like people like us in the diaspora, like when we make what we make already, we know that we're good. We should go back home and create businesses that's gonna actually use those minerals and the resources that we got to actually manufacture those things in Africa, so that we can transport those things from Africa to a different country, so we can sell those, so we can have more equity and basically more money coming through our banks. Because I feel like when the white man comes to buy just the raw material, they just pay the basic price. You know what I mean? And like when they pay the basic price, and the people that are up top, they just like like so like everybody's crumble want to get something for themselves and for their pockets. So I feel like that's one of the things that's really bothering Africa, the leadership.
And I agree. I agree 100%. That's why, like, every time I'm having these conversations, every time we're talking about foreigners intervening in Africa, I always, in the back of my mind, I'm always guilty. Like, personally, if personally me, I would have been okay with, instead of the Arizona move, making the Africa move. Okay. I personally would deal with that right now. But then I am with somebody who he's been in America a lot longer than less than me. So he's still eager to be over here, right? So for me, I'm okay with living in Africa and pursuing, because that big pie, I want to get a part of it too.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Because
definitely
at the end of the day, the most wealthiest black people, at the end of the day, top 1, 2, they're really getting all their resources in Africa. They're getting everything in Africa. But yeah.
Like I think with the coup, I think is it Burkina Faso somewhere with the Ibrahim Tracy, the guy that did the what I don't know exactly. I think it might be Burkina Faso. Don't quote me on this, but I think
is this the coup that just happened?
Yeah, that just recently happened with a young soldier. Yeah. So basically, he said no to France and basically kicked him out of there. You know, he don't want to deal with them anymore, you know. So.
I respect that, but our problem, Africa, when it comes to the military taking over power, is that they don't want to let it go afterwards, and they are usually the most ruthless, because these people are fighters. These people are not supposed to be politicians. These people are okay to kill.
I mean, that kind of makes sense.
I actually had a garden in Gambia whereby it was a what do you call it, a bar-mill or whatever. So like military people, like military, I am happy with what they did in regards to France, and hopefully Senegal can do the same thing ASAP.
Yep.
Senegal will go crazy. I mean, France would go nuts.
Senegal is hot right now, especially with the running president that they have. I think is what Sadio Sonko, something like that.
Yeah, last I checked, they arrested him.
I think it's Sadio something. So Macky Sall got him in prison because he don't want to let him run. And everybody in Senegal right now, that's
what I'm saying. Look at that issue too we have in Africa, right? African leaders, presidents, that's why I always even say this. I'm like, we gotta stop calling ourselves president and just acknowledge the kingship, because that's what happens in our there's no presidency really. Because how can Macky Sall have power enough to be able to like just imprison? We know why he's getting imprisoned, right? And also his term, I know his term was, the funny thing is, we already predicted this was gonna happen before it happened.
Right.
And on House, because I remember it was this guy that actually said it. He said Macky Sall they're not even Senegalese, these are other Africans. It's like he said Macky Sall his term is up. He's not gonna go down. So what is he gonna do? He's gonna try to change the law, and he's gonna imprison this guy right before the election. And the funny thing is, it happened, and I was laughing. I was telling the guy, I was like, you said this.
That's what exactly happened.
Yeah. It's the same thing that they all do. So
yeah,
I Africans at some point, I think we have to decide whether we want to go with a king or whether we want to go with a president, because our presidents are behaving like kings.
That's true. because I feel like it all comes down to greed. Because like I feel like they are very greedy and they don't want to let go of the power. Because once you get used to certain amount of power, all you want is more power. Because you feel like if you go down, you're gonna lose the control that you have. You know what I mean? So it all really comes down to that. They are too greedy to let go of the power, and they are scared to lose because they feel like if they step down, they're gonna lose everything they have, all the good food, all the private flights, all the money that they
That's why I said poverty. It's poverty will. Even me, if I become government president, I don't know if I want to go out of here.
don't do that. Don't do that to the people, man. Because
I'll go. I'll be. I'll keep you. I'll go, but it's not gonna be easy. But I'll go
I mean,
because
I feel I feel like it's good to if you have when you have the experience and you serve what you serve the people, because becoming a president is all about one thing: serving the people of your nation and be there for them. You know what I mean?
yeah,
When they need you, and just be there for them in the good times and bad times and hard times, just to stand up for your people and do, because like what America said, America always goes after this self self interest, basically what serves America's interests. That's all they go after. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like Africans and African leaders should be like that. They should be going for the interests of Africa in any situation they approach. But apparently we're just locked in this situation for now. But I feel like the African pan African movement thing, I feel like it's getting a little bit steam. They're waking up. They're actually seeing the vision what Africa could become in the future. So, you know, I feel like we all should contribute to that and just work for the better of Africa.
yeah. There's definitely some great African leaders that are African seen that have the right mentality, right mindset, and they're preaching the right thing. So I have definitely seen those, and inshallah, I know we will get there. I have no doubt that we will get there. But my thing is, when we get there, I was still gonna have control. That's the only thing that makes me nervous. Cause I didn't look at it. The North, right there, the Arab world already took over that east side of Africa. We can't really. They feel like they even really relate to us heavily. If you think about it.
Yeah.
Feel like yeah.
The cultural difference is big. The cultural difference.
They're to me that they can relate to maybe the Arabs more a little bit, not really half and half in my opinion, but they will tell you they relate to Arabs more. But it doesn't even matter. But at the end of the day, I do want to see the black community, most importantly, gain respect from the rest of the world, because I know at the end of the day, women were the most vulnerable. Black men, obviously, black men suffer. Black men really do suffer, but women will also we can be very
not just black, but I feel like men in general suffer. Like I heard Andrew Tate said. He said there's a reason because he said when Titanic was going down, what they said, women's and the children's in the lifeboat, so the man's gotta stay behind. We at the end of the day, us men, we just any situation we in, seems like we just end up staying behind.
We are stronger though, like physically. We're like, come on, that like you guys have a big disadvantage that we do. You guys are just naturally, physically, just stronger than us. No matter what, I could a little 5-year-old boy can go become as 14-year-old and become way stronger than me. So like.
I'm glad that you're thinking that way, because a lot of modern day women don't think like that. They think both men's and women's are equal. You know what I'm saying? And we're not. Like that's just the harsh reality of it.
Hold on, let me.
Okay.
The man wants to come. Hold on.
Yeah, it's just But.
Yeah, I don't really like showing her because on Clubhouse somebody took when Iman was 8 months old. These social media trolls. I'll call Iman. No, what's your job? But anyway, these social media trolls. Somebody on Clubhouse had my daughter's picture up on her profile picture for like 2 weeks straight.
Not cool.
After that, I delete all her pictures on social media. I don't really post
Hey,
her.
she's a cute baby. That's why they have the picture over there.
It was an asshole, you know, these.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's why I'm like, after that, I try not to post her like that, you know.
Yeah. But anyways,
I'll definitely interview. I think I want to do another one, but me focusing more on you, because I think there's a lot we can talk about.
yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I'm open.
Yeah, I think I definitely want to do. I don't know if you're available tomorrow or another day.
Yes, I'm off tomorrow. We could.
Okay, maybe around this time too. Around this, or maybe we can do it during the day. During the day might be better.
Yeah, we can catch up during the day, and then
maybe
what
I'll
time you thinking?
prepare myself when Iman takes her day nap. I don't know how your schedule is tomorrow.
I'm off tomorrow for the whole day, so just get at me whenever you have free time. We can resume our conversation again. I feel like this was a very interesting topic.
Yeah, it was. I actually have fun. It was really, I think we should I think we should do it because I'm about to starting. I know my schedule now how it's gonna be, so I like that podcast idea we talked about. So I think we can definitely do a cool podcast.
Yeah, we should. We definitely.
Yeah, I think I'm down for that. I know for sure in terms of now. I know. What is your updates?
Usually I'm off Thursdays and Fridays.
Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
That's bad for me right now. That's bad for me. Right now I'm good. For the next month and a half, I'm available during those times. But and starting March, I'm gonna be only available. I work from home though. That's a good thing. Or at least you said what day?
Thursday and Friday.
Thursday, Friday. Yeah. Thursday, Friday. Friday might be a good day because I'll be regardless. Every Friday I'll be working from home. So
okay. We can just set up a day, maybe like a hour to a half hour, 45 minutes, and then we can just get together, talk, and get together and stuff like that. So, anyways, I'm gonna let you go. Everybody, that's Binta. Check her out on Facebook. But can you let you guys know your Facebook and TikTok?
Instagram, Babe Binta. TikTok, Babe Binta. Binta Diba, the original BD. The original gangster, you hear me?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I gotta run to the next one. But just make sure you don't delete it because I want to download the link. I'll send you on the back channel though.
Alright, sounds good.
Just make sure you post it, don't delete it. Alright, bet. Later, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.